Hey everyone, welcome to the Two Broke Gamers podcast.
Yay!
I'm Ricky.
I'm Steve. How's it
And
going on?
it's going on internets. We do want to start the show off with a little memoriam, and for Robin Williams, who had recently passed away at the age of 63.
Yeah.
It's very, very sad and very
It
tragic.
was very sad. And it's like one of my favorite childhood movies was Flubber. So I'm just saying.
Well, that's the thing too. What I really. It really came out of nowhere. Of course, you don't really expect a death. Like, some people may be morbid enough to, be like, whatever.
Yeah, I
with
saw
it.
it coming.
Yeah, whatever. But, for him, it's just like, not that you think that way, but you kind of saw him going until, like, his 90s acting or something like that. Like, the guy was just always working. The guy, whether he was a comedian or whether he was a serious actor or just Robin Williams himself, he was just always going to be himself, and he was always going to be doing something.
Yeah.
And he it hits us in some way because we kind of grew up on him with, like, especially like with Aladdin and Flubber and like
I felt like he was in almost like every movie I ever watched.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh wait, he's Robin Williams in this? Nice.
Yeah, like in the 90s it was like he was all over the place. And I never really thought about it because really who ruled the 90s back then was like Johnny Depp and like Jim Carrey, like back then, like but it was Robin Williams who was really in a lot of films and a lot of things that people respect and appreciate even to this day, like Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, that was just a classic movie for me.
It is.
And then Hook, like that random.
Which I told you this, I never saw Hook, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting movie. And I've always wanted to see it again because I saw it when I was real young, so I really kind of remember it, but not fully because I didn't really understand how Robin Williams could be Peter Pan if he was older. Like, I never really caught on to that. Because, he's supposed, Robin Williams, Peter Pan's supposed to be like a child that never grew up or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
there's some weird theories behind that, like where he's like, Neverland.
Never Neverland.
Never ever land. I don't give a shit what it's called. It's like the land of like dead children or something. So that's why no one ever ages. I'm like, oh, that's morbid as hell.
That's a kind of to be sidetracked. That's almost a theory for Ed, and Eddie. If you've ever watched that, like that cartoon.
Oh, I loved that show.
But there's a theory that says that all those kids are dead from different decades, from like the 1910s, 20s, 30s, 40s. Like, they all kind of meet those eras if you ever think about it. Huh. But it's and plus you don't ever see their parents. But
this is true. Their parents don't exist, huh?
Yeah, but he also did Jumanji too. Like,
Jumanji, man.
And not only that, he was an avid gamer, and which is also why I felt it was appropriate.
His daughter, he named his daughter Zelda.
Yeah.
How much more dedicated can you be? Yeah. Like, I'm gonna name my child after this game. Yeah.
Yeah, the Legend of Zelda series, she is named after that.
Yes.
And it's and I felt appropriate to bring, like, sometimes we don't really talk about the passing of people, like, especially like I believe we did talk about Bob Hoskins before, because he was Mario. But you don't want to remember him for that. He was also in a lot of roles, and he was a great actor in himself.
But I think Robin Williams kind of affected everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing with Robin Williams too is the fact that he was not only just a Zelda fan, he was a fan of gaming in general too. Like, he loved, like, he played World of Warcraft, he played like Call of Duty, he played like a lot of things. So it wasn't, he wasn't just this guy who was a crazy gamer, named named his daughter after like one character of a game. Like, he was just the guy that was just a cool, crazy creative guy.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we lost him. And I really do hope that it brings a new light to depression, because a lot of people kind of don't see depression in some way, in some big light. Like, they kind of think depression isn't really that serious of a disease, and it's a disease and it's real. And this is that's the thing. He had committed suicide.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what it's going around saying. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed.
Yeah, like, so, but it's just the fact that he has been suffering from depression for the last couple of years, and and it's not something easy to live with. So, and I do hope with things that have been going on where people kind of like, we should bring awareness to depression, that this also brings more to it, because it's not just the disturbed kid in school that people are afraid are going to shoot up the school. No, it's not that at all. It could be anybody. Like, look at how big and happy Robin Williams was all the time, and then it's unfortunate, and it could happen to anybody, So please, if someone that's like, suffering depression, reach out or something, and rest in peace to Robin Williams. We all will remember his films and him as a as a person and as a gamer, you know.
As a gamer, it's the two bro gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. We talk about games, but not to make a spectacle of Robin Williams.
No,
but
of course.
There is some news.
Of course, like we'll start off with Robin Williams to start. There are petitions out there to get him in games, be at least memorialized or just something in games. Of course, there's a petition going on for World of Warcraft, which Robin Williams was a fan of. And
which I think Blizzard's actually doing. So.
Yeah, people petition to want to get Robin Williams, like a likeness of him or something, or a character in the game itself.
Well, yeah, because a few years ago, they had the commercials for World of Warcraft, and one of them was the Night Elf Mohawk with Mr. T, and so actually they made a Night Elf Mohawk character for Mr. T and put it in the game. So you can it was interactable, you could talk to it, and it was like Night Elf Mohawk, and you're like, oh sweet, and it would give you a mohawk, and you're like, nice. And so I think they want to do the same kind of thing with a Robin Williams type of character.
Yeah, the petition asks for a Williams NPC, which kind of unclear what that means.
Non-playable character.
Oh, okay. An NPC to perform some of the actor's best jokes so that he may continue to making us smile long after his passing.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
For anyone who plays WoW, anyway.
And they have responded, and even the technical game designer, Chad Nervig, said, yes, we're taking care of it. So, yeah.
That's nice.
That's really cool. Another, like we said, a couple of petitions was going on. There's a petition for Nintendo to get him included in a Zelda game, or at least as a character in a Zelda game, which would make sense. That's kind of
that's one he was known for.
Yeah, and plus he's done commercial for Nintendo. It's him and his daughter for I think it was Skyward Sword, like one of the later games of Zelda, which was pretty cool actually. But yeah, he would be another non-playable character. The petition has got tens of thousands of signatures as well. So I don't see why not. I mean, why not have him not only live forever in movies and film and his comedy, stand-up routines that they have tapes of.
But video games as well.
Yeah, and video games as well, exactly.
Why don't they just make Robin Williams the video game? You can just do Robin Williams' life as a video game.
I don't know. I mean,
that's a little stretching it.
Yeah, that's why I kind of look at my face like I don't know. I'm not gonna go there because
I'm trying to shine some positive light on all this.
But you know what? There is a game that he's in, I believe. There was a movie called Toys, and I think they made a game of the movie Toys, which I think I have to look up real quick because I just remember that. Hold on. I really legitimately think that this is a real thing. Hold on. But I could have sworn I remember seeing...
Was it a Sega Genesis game?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, it existed.
And there you go. You could play as Robin Williams in that game. I wonder if... I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. The game is based on the 1992 film Toys, starring Robin Williams.
The actual,
Chaos in a Toys Factory or something.
Yeah. The actual game title is Toys, Let the Toy Wars Begin.
Yeah.
Released in 1983 for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis systems.
Yeah, so he's in a game.
Yeah, there you go. The movie wasn't that great, but I mean, there's something out there. I don't know if there was ever a Jumanji game.
I don't think so. I mean, there was obviously the board game Jumanji.
Yeah, but I don't know if there was actually a video game.
I don't think so. Yeah,
but yeah. So we'll unsmoothly glide this onto other stories because I mean there's nothing else we could really we don't want to take advantage of some people who try to take advantage for clicks, but we're not going to mention those sites or nothing like that. They know what they are. They know what they did.
They know how scummy they are.
Yeah, exactly. We're not desperate, as you can see. We have a few listeners, but we still thank y'all, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Come on now. Twitch. Remember that Twitch thing that happened last week?
How horrible they are. Yeah.
Well. Twitch has a weekly show that they do, and I definitely wanted to tune into it. I definitely wanted to see what the hell, because they have a special, they have a Twitch thing where they talk about all the streams that happened in the week, and they wanted to talk about what was happening this weekend and all this other stuff. And then at the end, they were going to have a special extended edition where they were going to have an interview with the CEO of Twitch, which, when you're interviewing the CEO on your own network that the guy runs, basically, it's going to most likely be the safest interview in the world. It's not going to be groundbreaking, hard-hitting journalistic interview. It's going to be the safest thing that he could ever do.
Yeah.
it's not going to be like the Reddit MMA. Damn it, I keep saying it MMA. The Reddit AMA that he did, which was like he drove himself into the freaking lines. Then he kind of backpedaled and said that it was bad.
Well, it was. I mean, you're muting everything because everyone has background music in a lot of their videos, so it's dumb. It's like it was a massive mistake. I told you before when we you can go back a couple episodes where I was like, yeah, you can take over as long as you don't touch anything. It's like don't touch it, you're gonna break it. Well, guess what? You touched it and you broke it.
Yep.
So you broke it.
Well, here's the thing. They did talk about the live muting where people are streaming and they have music playing. Emmett Shear, or I'll just call him Shear from here on, had said that we have no intention whatsoever of bringing audio recognition to live streams on Twitch, even though it's possible. But he said he doesn't want to. This is only the video on demand only that they're going to mute those things. They don't want to do the original. They have zero intention of flagging original in-game music, even though some people have reported that Nintendo has already done something like that. But that might be a reflection on the YouTube thing, because Nintendo was muting some things on YouTube too, but then they corrected that or whatever. So that may be something that's going to be changed. About the poor communication, because this just came suddenly. Even though he's like, oh, it's supposed to be in 3 weeks, and it's not. Like, I mean, it is, but you could have announced it 4 weeks ago too. You know what I mean? Like, 3 weeks. Now it's 2, but now it's like, no, you could have said something even before this all happened. So with the communication, he was like, this is our bad.
Yeah, it is your bad. You screwed up Twitch.
Yeah. And it was really awkward though. Like, I don't know if this guy was really nervous or what, because this guy was like, he was worse than us. He's like, like there were so many ums and uhs. Like people were just like, can we mute the ums and uhs in the video, man? Like, yeah.
There was one.
Yeah, and then he was like, we recognize that the system is not yet perfect. We want to make this system as fair and unobtrusive as possible, and we greatly appreciate your help. So, yeah. That's interesting. There's, of course, some other quotes on here that may or may not be worth reading, which, let's see. I'll cut it if it's not. No, not really. Okay. So, I mean, people have already responded by going to other sites like Hitbox.
I don't think anything will catch on, though.
Well, that's the thing, too. Like, people are going to move on to these other websites, but then it's, what if that website gets big? They're going to do the same thing, aren't they? Or, because Twitch hasn't really officially announced that they've been taken over by Google. Like, they haven't been bought out. They haven't been anything. Like, supposedly this happened, but nothing's really official, but it's, like, almost official. Like, it's almost there. But this is Google-like, what they're doing. And people are wondering if, since it's not official, if they're readying themselves to get bought by Google, or if there's some other intention behind this, to just the fact that maybe they're trying to save their asses. Because really, some people understand that they're looking out for the viewers, or not for the viewers, they're looking out for the streamers, so that they don't get caught with too many copyright things and all this other stuff. No lawsuit would fall on them.
I didn't know pissing off your fans and your supporters was helping your company, but okay.
Yeah, that is kind of true, though. But a lot of people are always going to be pissed about things anyway. Because during the interview, the guy who was interviewing him, I forget his name, and I'm sorry for that dude that I forget his name. He was saying that, look, I still remember I was with Twitch from the beginning, even when Justin TV was still around, which that sucks, too. I didn't know Justin TV shut down. That's really
Justin
sad.
TV got bought out by Twitch.
Yeah, but they actually it was a spin-off company.
Yeah,
so I don't know, but it's shut down now. Like, Justin TV's dead. Like,
I had a Justin TV account, and I know that when I used to, I guess when it got shut down or when it got bought out, or whatever, I tried to log into it, and it just took me to Twitch, and I was like,
because your Justin TV account worked for Twitch, because I signed up originally for Justin TV, and I didn't know that when I logged on to Twitch, I was just like, when I tried to sign on and make almost the same exact username, it was like, oh, wait, this username exists. I'm like, what the hell do you mean exists? I was like, oh, well, it's Justin TV. So I was like, okay, let me use that password. Oh, it works.
Yeah.
So Justin TV is dead, but this guy, the interviewer, he was talking to the CEO, and he was saying that he was been through it since Justin TV and all the changes of Twitch. He was like there from like the beginning, and every time there was a change, there was always some outrage like this, and people are just gonna adapt to it, and people are gonna continue liking it.
The other changes were not this serious.
Yeah, they really weren't.
They weren't muting music. They weren't muting sound. The other changes were not this.
Yeah,
this calls for outrage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other changes were just like, oh, I don't like change. Bring it back. Put it back the way it was. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, that's why I got over it. But this is a big change. This is stupid. This is ruining your company.
It's not a Facebook change that everybody always complains about every time.
Exactly.
It's not a Twitter change. It's this is kind of bigger than that.
Yeah, it's much bigger than that. This is an actual problem.
Yeah.
The other things, they changed the interface. Put it back. I like the way it was. A week later, okay, I'm used to it. Whatever. I don't care. But no, this is bigger than that. So this does need to be changed.
Yeah. One other thing that I want to bring about Twitch before we go into the other stories, I don't know if I mentioned it to you.
It's dumb. I don't even want to hear it.
All right. Oh, wait,
fish.
You don't want to play. You don't want to hear about fish plays Pokemon?
No, it's dumb.
People seem to be over the Twitch playing Pokemon, so they want to watch a fish.
Yeah, we're over Twitch plays Pokemon. We're over anything plays Pokemon. We're done. I love Pokemon, but I don't care. I don't want to see a fish swim around for endless hours going nowhere. Doing nothing. I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, so Gamescom is happening.
It is.
Yeah. Which I'd never heard of it. No,
I've heard of it.
No, I know. I'm kidding. No, it's something that's relatively new. It's been around since 2009. That it's been going on. It is one of the bigger. It's Europe's biggest gaming event. With 340,000 people. That's visitors going there with 6,000 journalists, 635 exhibitors from 88 countries. So it's a major thing. But a lot of major things haven't been announced there. Like there's some newish things that came out of it and whatnot. But we'll start off with Sony with some of the announcements that were set for Sony, going on to Microsoft and then finally Nintendo, because we usually have a order for things. So Sony, like one of the things that they announced when they had their little conference that they had, which was pre Gamescom, was the fact that they have sold to this point 10 million consoles of the PS4.
Which that's a lot.
Yes, it is.
That's more than that's probably more than Xbox and Wii U together.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I know the Xbox One's increasing in sales without
allegedly.
Yeah, because they took out the
Kinect.
the Kinect, so they've improved, but they never really gave the final numbers. And of course, the Wii U's been kind of
it's been
steadily
in the dumpster for a long time.
Well, it wasn't, but it would always outsell the Xbox One. I mean, 6 million consoles is not really anything to really kind of look down upon either, but 10 million at this point, and it's not even a year yet, kind of sucks for Nintendo because Nintendo's been out for 2 years.
And they've got nothing.
Yeah. But the thing is, the thing about that number is the fact that not a lot of people are happy with their PS4s, or some people don't even understand why that many PS4s have sold.
Because there's no exclusives. It's a bunch of, as we talked about before, it's a bunch of sequels and sports games and, just remakes.
Yeah.
There's not very many, original games, no original content, no exclusives, stuff like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I always look at the comments in every article I read because, you get lost in them. Some people are trolls, some people are not, where you notice it and people are like, yeah, there's not a lot of games for this. And I thought there was, but in thinking about it, like you said, there's not a lot. And even if there are, Destiny's really the only big game, and then there's maybe Project Cars and maybe Forza and
even then, those aren't games I'd be like, I have to get a PS4 for Forza, man.
Yeah, that's true. I could get it for my PS3 and Xbox, 360. Why am I going to spend extra money for this? And that's the other thing, too. That's the oddest thing about this new gaming generation is the fact that a lot of the same games are coming out for these older consoles, where before, once a game was out, that was it. You couldn't get the game on the older consoles.
I think it's a little bit of the developer being afraid of watching the game fail on a new console. We're in a massive economic downfall. People aren't buying consoles. I haven't bought into the new consoles yet. Yeah. I know there's plenty of people like me who haven't bought into the new consoles yet because they're just not ready or they can't afford it or whatever reason. So if you're a game developer, there's people like that. And so they still have their older systems. They don't have the new systems. Yeah. So you have to release it for older consoles.
The guaranteed install base, which, have the 360s and the PS3s and even the Wii, even though the Wii's almost dead. The Wii's dead anyway, but the other
I don't think they're not making new Wii games.
No, they're not. But the PS3 and the 360 still have a huge install base. So why spend money on a newer console that maybe guaranteed some money when you can sell the game for about the same price on the other console, which also doesn't make sense. But I don't know. That's just me. But And that's the thing too. Like, look at the other consoles. Like the graphical differences from this generation to last generation is only a little bit. It's not even that much.
I can't even tell.
Well, yeah, you can't tell. I mean, I can, but like it's certain little things. But I don't know. It's weird because there's much better graphics on the on PC, of course, because you can have a
PC
limited
Master Race.
Yeah, but I don't because look at how the NES went to the Super Nintendo, how the Master Drive turned into the Genesis, and then the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, how those graphics really enhanced. Like there was big differences between those consoles. And then when you go from PS3, PS4, Xbox 360 to Xbox One, it's like
barely anything.
I don't know. I don't get that because it's and then to have the game still released on all the old and newer console, that doesn't really make sense either. Because I didn't really, even when the Sony PlayStation 1 went to the PlayStation 2, like there wasn't. I don't remember being a lot of games that were released on both platforms. I think they were both either just made for that, well, like one game, or made for the other console, and that was it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that what
but then too, the PS2, and sorry to interrupt you, but the PS2 also could play PS1 games, so there was really not a point of making that too.
Yeah, no, the generation where I noticed that they started doing that was the PS2 and the PS3.
Yeah.
When PS3 came out, they still made a ton of games for PS2.
Yeah, they did. Well, that was because the PS2 sold huge. Like that's the best, almost, I think still like the best selling console of all time at this point still.
Probably.
Yeah, and that's why they had a huge install base there. So that would be stupid to do that. But I mean, the Xbox, the original Xbox didn't really sell that great, but from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox, the original Xbox, there wasn't too many games that were made for both. But that was also because there's no backwards compatibility either.
Yeah, there was zero backwards compatibility,
which people were pissed off at. But that was, and they still did that with the Xbox One. But I don't know, man. It's they have to end those consoles soon, and that's the other thing too. When are they gonna end the life cycle for the old consoles? Because Nintendo already killed the Wii. Like that's dead. If you want to play your old Wii games, buy a Wii U because there's a Wii in it. Basically. But that's dead. But the PS3 and the 360 still have life, and it's just like, well, how long are you gonna keep them alive, and then shut them off? Because at some point you have to accept the fact that there's a new generation out right now. And
yeah, in fact, they should have. If they were smart, they would have shut it off They would have shut it off when the 1 and the 4 came out.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a year that both of those consoles came out in November, and the other ones are still alive. Like, I understand you keep a console alive for a few years, looking even back to the Sega Master Drive, where that went on for a little bit. The Nintendo, the NES died in a couple of years into the Super Nintendo's life cycle, but that's because, you still got people who still want to play those games and people who can't afford those consoles, whatever. But this is a newer generation where the consoles are almost alike. The graphics are a tiny bit better. When are you gonna kill them? Because obviously you want to be able to have the new generation take over, because this is the defining generation. These games are going to be it. So at some point you have to kill it. If not now, then when?
It's a good question. I can't answer that because I'm not the CEO of Xbox or Sony or anything. But whatever, they'll do it when they're ready, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Now, there's gonna be a new game from the guy who created Rayman, exclusive to the PS4, where you can play animals. The game is called Wild.
What?
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, I don't know, these graphics, I don't even care, but I mean, these graphics for like this shit is just really cool. Like, I don't know, man. I'm definitely gonna post a link to that.
Well, it does look interesting. It doesn't look interesting. The graphics look nice. I'm a wolf. I'm gonna run around and do wolf things.
Yeah, that's like, too. You can play as any animal. You can play like almost all the animals.
What?
Yeah. So it's a survival type of game. It's an online survival game set in the past, and that's all we know about it. The guy who created Rayman and another game, who was it, Beyond Good and Evil, created this. Probably.
Gotta be a bird and just fly around, do bird things.
And I brought that up just because the graphics in it look really amazing. Now, another big thing that was brought up before we get to the other major big thing was the fact that, to me, which makes me laugh, that Surgeon Simulator is going to be released on the PS4.
Awesome.
Which I don't know how that's going to work, but all right, that works for me. That works for me. And then, of course, Silent Hill is going to be coming back to life. How about that?
Yeah.
And not only is Silent Hill coming back to life, not only that, it's going to be created by Guillermo del Toro, who's made like films like Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth.
awesome movies.
Yeah, just awesome movies in general, and creepy, weird movies. Like I can't think of other ones, and it slips my mind. But Guillermo del Toro is just known for his like sick looking like films, and it's awesome that he's actually working in the game because he's a big game fan too.
Didn't he do like Hostel and stuff too?
No,
Wait,
that was
him.
Eli Roth. That's yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
I definitely did. Yeah, I know he did some like sick ass movies.
Yeah, and that's what he's really known for. So for him to be working on Silent Hill is great. But not only is he working on the game, Hideo Kojima is going to be working on the game too. Yes, the same guy who works on the Metal Gear Solid games. They're both going to be working on this new Silent Hill. And not only that, I know you're a big fan of this. It's going to be starring Walking Dead actor Norman Reedus.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So, well, I know you're not a big.
Walking Dead's not. It's bad, but I don't know. Yeah.
The
first couple seasons were okay.
I know you're not a big fan of actors starring in games. Like I know that you weren't a big fan of that.
It's the future, I guess.
That was the future.
Happening.
I remember we were on my old college show. You were talking about no, dude, Ellen Page and no. Why are people in movies? It ruins voice actors. You know.
Well, yeah, no, it does take away from voice acting, but it's what they want to do these days, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, man.
Yeah. Dick. So I mean, yeah, you have the guy that's in Walking Dead. Guillermo del Toro and Kojima. Like, come on, what more can you ask for in this game? In all honesty,
not zombies.
And the best thing about that, though, is the fact that they're gonna have a demo trailer, which I think is kind of interesting. Not just a Jenny trailer. No. You know what? You're gonna play this demo trailer. That's your demo. That's your trailer. Your demo.
Nice.
That's actually pretty cool.
That is cool.
And then to take away from the Sony thing a little bit, before we go on to other things, people had noticed that the one console was really kind of put to the side during Gamescom,
and it deserves to be because it sucks.
Oh, the PS Vita
sucks.
Yeah, people seem to feel some type of way because the Vita just always seems to be getting ignored all the time by Sony.
Never should have been made.
I mean, the console looks great. The graphics are great on it for what it is, a handheld. But everything is just too damn expensive for it. Like the cartridges, or not the cartridges, but the memory cards are like expensive as hell for no reason. It's just a memory card, like really, Sony. And then the games themselves are just like are at a decent price, but it's just like it's like a tiny ass, like almost like a micro SD card size, so you can lose that shit real quick. It's like a 3DS where you have to have a cartridge, and if you lose it, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's kind of big. Still, it's not like a Game Boy cartridge, but it's still something. But people are kind of outraged at this because a lot of people, the people who have a Vita, really love their Vita. And not only that, I saw a comment from one of these gaming bloggers or gaming journalists that said when he does like games of the month, and I kind of tallies them, the Vita has the most releases of games in a month than any other console combined. So it's not like it's really being ignored. It's just, I don't know, I guess Sony doesn't really care for it. I don't know, because it's strange. Because to the people who own a Vita, they think this is like a gem, that this is like one of the best consoles out there that nobody has. I mean, you can argue that the 3DS is better, but graphics-wise is not. Like, it can't.
No, I never expected it to be.
Yeah, because it's Nintendo. I mean, even with the updates, Nintendo cannot. I mean, the 3DS cannot even handle the Miiverse, you know. But I mean, dude, it takes like 5 years for that shit to load. Like, come on, really? Like, it's just like on my Wii U, it takes like 5 seconds. But I understand it's a bigger console. But still, the Vita, people are just like, what happened to it? You know. Well, I like one person, a colossal bummer, Alex Navarro. I got to give this guy credit because he wrote, if Sony came out and said that the Vita was actually a shared hallucination a bunch of us have been having for the last 3 years, I'd buy it. Like,
yeah,
you know, and that's the thing. Like people, other things like
I like the one about the I heard at Gamescom they were gonna release they're gonna give the Vita 9 games. Why didn't you mean they meant 9?
9. Hey, Gamescom's happening in Germany. What do you know? And that was from Kaz Hirai, CEO, of course, because you know you have to have a fake Twitter for the CEO of Sony. Of course,
that's funny as hell.
Oh yeah,
9.
Now that's the thing too. Like people were like, what the hell happened to the Vita? Duh. Sony had to bring it up because too many people are complaining, and they're just like, Sony executive Shahid Kamal Ahmad explained on Twitter that there were many games coming for the handheld, like Nom Nom Galaxy, Pix the Cat, Papers, Please, Tale of Hearts R, Velocity 2X, Hotline Miami 2. I recognize the game now. Broforce, that's another game I recognize, and Volume. Now I don't recognize that game. Now, he said, watch out for more details on announced games and others to follow, he reassured. Some games are in the pipe for Vita. He also commented on, like, you know, some of the anxiety or, you know, the angst and irony aimed towards him. He said, it's funny. A few weeks ago, people were jokingly asking us to stop bringing us so many games to the Vita because they couldn't keep up. So, back at you, Vita fans.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the Vita it's taken a back seat.
It really has. Like, I mean, I think the PSP got more attention.
Yeah, the PSP had more attention than the Vita. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that great of a console. I mean, it was good, but it was good.
Wasn't.
It was good for hacking, though. I can tell you that.
Hacking, but it wasn't good for being a console. It was stupid. It
was kind of cool. I thought it was a pretty cool console, but
unfortunately for the Vita, the 3DS is the name in mobile gaming.
Oh yeah,
or handheld gaming rather.
But besides the phone,
yeah. Besides that thing that everybody has the phone, but
yeah.
No, as far as mobile consoles, okay, you want me to get technical about it? The 3DS is the king.
Yeah, it really is.
Nintendo's always been the king of mobile consoles,
which is why they feel like they have to defend that title with mobile phones. That's why there's a rumor of it kind of having a mobile, like kind of sharing a mobile market, even with Apple or Android. Because look, they ruled the world with the Game Boy for so many years. Like hundreds of millions of consoles were sold of that, at least 100 million at the least. And I mean, right now the 3DS, their sales, and the DS has sold millions, but it hasn't even touched what the Game Boy has done.
Oh, because the Game Boy was the OG, man.
Yeah, that was the greatest one, man. And that was the thing, and especially for at the time, and people had these better consoles, quote unquote, like the Game Gear, even though it took like 80 batteries and it died after like an hour, like the Game Boy, just you could buy a pack of batteries and put it right in there. Well, how convenient. And it could last you forever. And that was like forever, a few hours, or at least like almost like 8 hours. That was a lot for what it was back then. And that was the thing. It ruled the world because nobody could ever touch that. Nobody could ever go near what the hell the Game Boy had, to a point where they didn't have to add color to the Game Boy until like 10 years after it was released. So they were doing something right. But then
the Game Boy Color was amazing.
Yes, it was. And but then it turned into the 3DS, and then the 3DS now is just kind of ruling, but it's not as powerful as it used to be, as the Game Boy was, at least. But it's still
wait
something.
Until Smash comes out, and then we'll have this conversation again.
Yeah, that's true. Because dude, I have a feeling that with Smash, that a lot of people that you never would have expected have a 3DS will have a 3DS.
Yeah, well, listen, I was just about to say, we were talking about Smash sales for the Wii U. Can we talk about Smash sales for the 3DS?
Yeah.
We didn't even think about this.
The install base is going to be insane because, there's 11 million at least. I don't know if there's going to be a small minority that's going to own it, or just like everybody's almost going to own Smash Bros. And not only that, you have new people who are going to get the 3DS for Smash Bros. Only.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to several people who are like, I had no interest in getting a 3DS, and now that I know Smash is coming out for 3DS, I was like, I have to get one. I was like, really? Okay, that's interesting.
So we're going to Microsoft real quick before we go into Sony stuff.
Before we go into Nintendo stuff?
Yeah, Nintendo stuff. Yeah, Sony. We talked about Sony.
We talked about Sony already.
Microsoft has already announced that Korea is going to get the Xbox One. It's going to be released the same day as China, September 23rd. So, Asian market. There you go. Maybe, it's kind of funny. The Xbox One, it has, I don't know. To me, it has a high possibility of it being more successful in China than in Japan.
I believe. Well, in Japan.
But then again, too, that Xbox One is the only console that's it's going to be released in Japan and China. So
you said Japan. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, but in Japan, they're not going to sell a lot. People are interested in it, but who knows if it's going to sell a lot? Because
I thought you were comparing PS4 to Xbox One in Japan. I was like, you're crazy?
No, but the PS4 is not selling that great in Japan. The Wii U is actually outselling PS4s in Japan. So who knows how the Xbox One will do? And there's a few people interested in the Xbox One. I just don't know if it'll carry over, or people will just have that stigma of the 360 and going, ew, I don't want to touch that. Like,
That's got cooties.
the 360 sucked here. You know? Xbox One's gonna have a good update where you have a new friends section. It enables the friends section enables users to see at a glance what's going on with their friends.
I thought they already had that.
Yeah, that's just weird. They can stay up to date with their current activities, the most popular games their friends are playing, and a gamer score leaderboard to see who has improved their gamer score in the last 30 days.
Oh, because I thought they already had that.
Hey, I mean, you got to add improvements to the Xbox One, right? I don't know. I guess.
Let's improve on something we already have.
Yeah, exactly. The Snap Center.
Snapchat for Xbox?
Yeah, Snap Center, where if its favorite feature of the 360 guide are coming to the Xbox One. Let's see. Message, friends, parties, and achievements will all be available in the new Snap Center, providing a seamless way to switch back and forth without having to leave a game.
Okay, that sounds convenient. I just got an achievement. I'm going to brag in your face without even leaving the game. What
Boom. Threaded messages. Keeping gamers in their games while they multitask has been a huge focus. The new Messages apps feature threaded messages and full conversation history, including embedded links to game DVR clips that can be viewed without interrupting gameplay. Boom. The Media Player.
Oh, I thought they already had that.
The Media Player is interesting because you can play videos from a USB or network-connected home server, which supports DLNA support protocols. And you could also view MPEG, animated GIFs, and MKV videos, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, MKV. I'm not gonna lie, it has to do with like bootleg anime and other things, but I mean, hey, they're gonna support it. I mean, hey, it's there for you. However you use it, that's your business. That's your business, dude.
No, but watching stuff from USB.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. Xbox One digital TV tuner. Let's see, you get a limited preview program in Europe. Yeah, that's a Europe thing, so who cares?
We might have someone from Europe, one guy. European
You know
guy.
what? It's right. We are global with the YouTubes. Yeah. So, yes, for Europe, the accessory will, and this new accessory will enter a limited preview program, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Stream TV to smart glass. Now, that's kind of interesting. Let's see. Launching in markets receiving the Xbox Digital TV Tuner, Xbox One owners will be able to stream their TV across their home network on their smartphones, tablets using the Xbox Smart Glass app. That's kind of weird because, I mean, I have, the local cable provider that I have here, I have their app, and I can just view TV on my phone and tablets with that. So it's kind of, why would I need that? I don't know. But,
maybe not everyone's you, all right?
Not only do I have that, I have a Slingbox app, and I have a Slingbox connected to my damn freaking TV, so I can watch TV on wherever the hell I want to. Damn it.
All right.
Word.
Whoa. We're not all as cool as you right here.
Yeah, man. Boot to TV. The Xbox owners will be able to set their set their console to boot directly to television when coming out of a connected standby. That's kind of cool.
Oh, okay. You turn your game off and it automatically goes back to TV.
That's kind of
convenient, but it's like 5 seconds worth of convenient. I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't know if I need an update for that.
Yeah, seriously.
I think I'd be okay.
Now another thing, besides all those updates from Xbox, I know that was a thrilling section that we had there.
Tomb Raider is going to be an Xbox exclusive
for now. Why are we saying for now? Well, that's
because it's gonna come out for PlayStation 3 months after it's released for Xbox.
Yes,
that's Xbox version of exclusive apparently. But hey,
dude, I mean, E3. They were talking about exclusives all E3, and then we come to find out after all the conferences, oh yeah, they're gonna come out on other consoles too. Like really?
Yeah, but we're getting them first.
Yeah,
we're gonna have them like a month longer than everybody else. It's okay. It's exclusive.
It's exclusive. It's exclusive to us for now. So yeah, no, but that exclusivity, that timed exclusive, whatever. That's dumb to me. Like, who cares about that? Like, I mean, does that really help in some way?
I mean, in a way, it kind of is. It's like country exclusives. Japan gets all the games before we do.
That's true.
And or it makes me want to go get a Japanese version.
Or even like a Japanese game that never comes out in America.
Yeah, too. Like, you know how many Fire Emblem games I really wish I could have played that I couldn't because they were Japan only?
Mother 3.
Mother 3, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like it doesn't really make sense to me too much. I can't. I don't know. Like I think about the old console wars. I think about Nintendo and the Genesis, and they had some of them had the same game, but they were completely different because they were both completely different consoles. Like some games were almost alike, but some look better on the Super Nintendo and some look to get better on the Genesis. But these things are almost alike. Like you can play a PC game, the Xbox One and the PS4, and they're about the same. The only thing you're going to notice the difference is the graphics between the PC version and the other two. But I don't see a big major thing in the exclusives, especially a time when it's going to come out later. It's like, okay, like is that game really going to make me buy an Xbox One and then maybe that? But I did hear though, because I never thought about it, that people own multiple consoles, so there's always going to be that person that that always is going to have both, like all three or maybe two of the major console releases. So it's not really anything on them to get the exclusive Tomb Raider now under Xbox One, because they won't have to get it for PS4 because they already have it too. So that's a way of looking at it. Yeah,
that's if you have multiple consoles.
Yeah, but who really has that?
Well, I always had at least two. Like I had the N64. Well, no, I had N64, and then I had a PS2. But I had a PS2 and a Wii.
Yeah.
And then I had an Xbox 360 and a Wii. So I kind of always had something.
Like I only had one. That's why I guess you could call me a Nintendo fanboy, because I've always had Nintendo.
I've had all the Nintendo consoles, but I've switched off between PlayStation and Xbox for each generation.
That was the thing. Like the Sony's, I really wanted the PlayStation 1, but at that time, it's whatever I could afford, and my parents would have given, whatnot. But that it's like an earned thing type of thing. But I did get a 64. But I always wanted a PS1, but the time had passed, but then the PS2 came out. But I did end up buying a PS2 and then buying PS1 games first for it.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah, and that was my first other console that wasn't Nintendo. So I did own like a 64 and then a PS2 at the time, and then came the Wii, because I did skip on the GameCube for a little bit.
I loved my GameCube. That was my favorite.
Dude, I thought it was
that's what I missed. I had Nintendo 64, but then I had a GameCube and a PS2, and then I had a Wii and a 360. So. Yeah, I always had like my fun Nintendo games, and I also had like my serious like
PS games,
my PS or my serious like outsider games, I guess you'd say, because it was Xbox or PlayStation depending on which console.
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 was like my first other console, and that was like my first multiple generation. Like I had more than one console, and that was weird for me, but it didn't matter, because I was like, I'm not going to get all these games on Nintendo, whatever it was at the time. I'll get these on the Sony platform.
Yeah.
But I never had any inkling of ever buying an Xbox. It never interested me at all. But then when the PS3 came out, I couldn't afford that at all. I really only got mine like a year or so ago, and I like it and I enjoyed it. And I had no intentions of buying an Xbox 360 because of how much money it would take to invest in it. Buying the gold membership, and then buying everything else that you got to buy with it. Even the games have like games in them that you have to buy. That type of thing. And I felt like that's just way too much money.
I really enjoyed my 360 though, and I still play it sometimes.
And that's the thing too. It's a popular console. And that was the thing. So a lot of people did have an Xbox 360. That's why it was also so popular, because everybody wanted to play with their friends online. But I didn't really care about that. I wanted a good quality games, which is why I got a Wii and I got a PS3. And now,
quality games on a Wii.
But I have a Wii U now, and then I'm considering most likely a PS4 over the Xbox One.
See, I was thinking the opposite. I was gonna get my Wii U, and then I was thinking I'm probably gonna go Xbox One when I upgrade.
Well, you want that Halo.
Halo, I'm a fan of Halo.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of also want to play Titanfall eventually.
Well, you can play Titanfall on the 360 right now.
Well, yeah.
And you can play.
I lied. I really don't care about Titanfall.
And you can play Titanfall on PC.
No, it's more like I want to upgrade for Mortal Kombat 10, even though it's going to be on 360. I just want to play it on a 1.
Yeah. Maybe is that not coming out on a PC?
Mortal Kombat? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's going to be for the 2 PlayStations and the 2 Xboxes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think.
Plus, I don't play Mortal Kombat on the computer. It's just weird.
Why not? You can
just get a stick. It's a sticks game.
Yeah, you can get the stick.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's really not the same. It's a sticks game. To me, sticks games are for consoles.
Nah, man. I mean, that's why I play stick games on PC.
No,
like Fez.
You're doing it wrong. You're wrong, Ricky.
I'm not playing certain games on like
You're
a keyboard,
doing it wrong.
Except for first-person shooters. But even then, I'm like, you know what? I just get my 360 controller.
First-person shooters are a PC game.
Yeah. I know that.
And except for Halo, whatever. Because they released the first Halo for PC and then never again.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever.
So going back to the Xbox One stuff, there's going to be a Call of Duty Xbox One coming out. The controller looks pretty sick on it, and so does the console. I know how much you do love the alternate,
Wait, let me look at this real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. You do love the alternate.
The controller looks really cool.
Yeah.
But the console looks really stupid.
Well, there is going to be the white Xbox 360 coming out
which
as well.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. You like like I said, you do like the alternate color ones. We had the conversation before.
We've had this conversation several times.
Yeah. So, would you get one of the alternate color ones, or would you just stick with the regular black, sleek Xbox One?
I would have to get a white Xbox One.
Because you're white? No, it's not.
No, it's not. See, this is why I didn't want to bring it up, because you're a jerk, and you're like, oh, because you're racist. I'm not racist. I just like alternate colored ones. So
I know.
It's the complete opposite. It's like, I hate my white Xbox 360. I wish I got a black one instead.
I know, dude. I'm gonna have to mention.
I know. I have to defend myself here because you put me in a really weird situation. I have a red Wii for anyone who ever was going to ask that. I think I've mentioned it before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, I have a red Wii because it's awesome. I like alternate colored things, but I don't really like game themed ones.
So you don't want you like the plain color ones, whether it be like one
right,
color
I like plain
red,
colored
blue.
alternate colors.
Like would it be
consoles.
like red, blue, white, black, whatever the hell? Like if they have that one color, you're good. But if it's like a multi-themed, like graffiti filled or like icons or anything on it,
I think it's just that I don't like Call of Duty themed things.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that's kind of dumb. But because I actually saw one of my friends has the Zelda Wii U.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Yeah,
and it looks awesome. It's black with the gold.
Like
the
emblem
gold,
around
like,
it, yeah.
and like the gold. It has all like the cool gold Zelda stuff on it, but it's like the gold looks nice on the black. I'm like,
yeah,
that's really cool. I'm gonna steal this when you go to the bathroom, and I'll see you later.
Yeah.
But and then I also talked about if Smash does a Smash themed Wii U, and it looks nice. It has to look nice. I feel like if it's like a blue Wii U with like the Smash characters on it, and like like a red Mario, like a green Link, I think that would look stupid because the colors would clash.
Yeah.
But if they did like a nice looking Wii U, Smash themed Wii U, I would totally be on board with that.
Dude, we can talk about another console that's going to be coming out with a Smash Bros exclusive, but we'll get to that when we get to our Nintendo section. A couple of things ending up with the Xbox One. Killer Instinct 2 is going to be coming out Season 2, actually, not Killer Instinct 2, no. But the Season 2 is going to be starting to launch on October 15th. The Ultra Edition, which is going to be $40 for other players as well, and, Xbox Live support and everything else. Because Season 1's going to be coming out physical disc, and then I guess a month later it's going to be Season 2. Halo 5 is going to be in beta, and that's going to be starting December 29th. So all you Halo fanboys, mark your calendars if
I
you
have
haven't already.
friends who are already like online. I'm like, there's no line for a beta. I don't care. I'm online. Like, okay, bro, you do that.
They're online for Halo already.
My friends are insane.
And then finally, the Unity engine is going to be free on Xbox One. So if anybody was interested in developing games for the Xbox One and wanted to use Unity, there you go. It's free.
Yay.
Yeah. So Nintendo stuff, because, yeah.
Finally, God.
This is not a Nintendo show. We're the two broke gamers, damn it.
We might as well be a Nintendo show.
I really wanted to start off with this Minecraft creator stuff because I think this is kind of funny.
This is actually really funny. Notch, anyone who doesn't know who Notch is, he's the guy who created Minecraft, and he's kind of a dick. But it's funny, so I appreciate it.
Like, I mean, Nintendo talked about kind of like maybe working with Minecraft and exploring the game, I guess you could say, and how it will work in Japan because nobody in Japan really cares about Minecraft, but. Nintendo thought maybe they'd be the ones to do it. Maybe they'll talk about it one day. So, Notch, completely unrelated, but related in a way, he had tweeted out earlier on August 14th. He said, "Something is flashing in my room, desperately begging me to charge it. It turns out it was my Wii U pad, so I put a pillow on top of it."
I told you, he's kind of a dick.
And the best part is his follow-up tweet where he goes, "Don't worry, Nintendo fans. I love both games for the Wii U, and I'm really looking forward for the third one in 2015."
And that's making a joke that Wii U has no games, but they're coming out with some. So
there's a ton of games coming out for the Wii U. Just like the PS8, even though I'm PS8.
PS8.
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
where do we time traveling?
Yeah,
Damn.
dude, we're in the future. Like even the PS4. I mean, the PS4 has like a very few games, but like I don't know, man. I maybe it's just me. I think there's a lot better games on the Wii U than on the PS4 at the moment.
There's definitely some coming. A bunch coming out.
Yeah, one that just came out actually was Hyrule Warriors in Japan, that is.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So Hyrule Warriors, I was watching the stream of it on Twitch because I mean that was gonna happen. Like there's no doubt that was gonna happen. And it's very interesting. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I'd never played Dynasty Warriors before, so this would be my first like welcome into the Dynasty Warrior like thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So
wait, you're looking at me like I'm supposed to say something.
No, because
yeah.
I was looking. You're looking at me like I thought you had something to add. I thought.
No, I mean, well, it's like we had talked about it, and you didn't know really that you had fortresses that you needed to like keep
guard.
fortified and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, no, it's kind of just been a Dynasty Warriors theme that once you take over a palace, you need to keep it protected.
Yeah, I never
otherwise they'll get invaded and you need to take it back. It's not that big of a deal, but
yeah. I never played the game, so I really never knew that. That's
okay.
the thing. So I seen like some of this, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't know if it's still a buy for me though. That may be a rental, maybe, but I don't know.
Try renting it first, and if you like it, buy it. But definitely, it's something that I'm interested in. So, especially that they announced Ganon as like a playable, I have to, because Ganon's one of my favorite, like video game characters ever.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the fact that you can actually use him a lot more than in Smash Bros. You know,
yeah,
that's
right.
Really
He's actually like he's playable in a Zelda game. Oh, gosh, having.
Now, there was a Hyrule Warriors art book that came out in Japan, and it was an interesting little tidbit in there that they talked about a female Link being a character in a game that they I believe that they might have cut out in a way. The girl version of Link called Linkle.
Linkle. That's the worst. That's the worst name. You can't even just change her name. Like Link, like even Linkette would have been better than Linkle.
Linkle. It's Rinkuru in Japan. And there's some images of the female Link. The book stated that the character was devised as being sister-like. Meanwhile, the text would say Imototeki, which means little sister-like. So they're kind of like giving the exact translation versus kind of like a rougher translation. In English, let's see. Some people in other sites are confusing it for little sister. That's why. So, and the girl looked pretty cool, but I don't know if they I don't know why they just didn't just kind of put her in. Maybe there's too many characters in the game already, but maybe that opens the future for the female Link in the Wii U version. I don't know.
Maybe.
Staying on Zelda for a little bit because this is kind of funny. Remember how last podcast where I talked about this guy who had done the Console Wars book, and he was putting out stuff that Nintendo had, like, the Yoshisaur, a bunch of Koopas, and all that stuff, like and like how to draw Mario or how to color him correctly, and kind of like backgrounds of their people and stuff like that, and other characters. I mean to say, there was a story that's not canon, but it was something that Nintendo had that said that the Link, the only son of a Hylian family renowned for both their courage and telepathic abilities, become the hero of Hyrule by rescuing a princess named Zelda, then entering the Dark World and destroying Ganon's power. It was funny, and they continued this little part that says, in a later generation, another lad named Link was called upon to rescue another princess, Zelda. In fact, he was forced to save Zelda twice. Once he was being held captive in Ganon's Death Mountain stronghold, and then he fell under a deep sleeping spell. So Link was forced to save Zelda, which is kind of interesting. Not only that, and they also talked about the generations even from back then. Like in other words, like, back then, and especially when this came out from the Link to the Past time, and it was kind of like they were the same like Link. Like, so there wasn't really like and back then this was the third Zelda, so it was almost a prequel. That game was supposed to be a prequel to the other two Zeldas that came out on the NES.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, this is kind of funny too. And they have a description for Zelda where they were talking about Zelda the Second, which is kind of cool and weird in some ways. So they kind of had the thing going there. And not only that, Zelda was almost killed by Link, but there was some spider in the way. So I don't know. That's so strange. But these things were like a guide for like a character guide that Nintendo was sending out for possibly third parties to use and kind of use it kind of a liberty, but kind of have a basis of what they have. But so none of these are actually like in game unless they're maybe going to use it now that it's out. Who knows? But I don't know. It's kind of interesting that that's out there, and like like the T Yoshisaur and Mario and Princess Toadstool.
T Yoshisaur, Koopa Muncher.
Yes, Munchakoopas. Munchakoopa. You want to talk to him?
I kind of. Fuck, I don't know who they are. Whatever. I'll talk to them before we do our next part.
All right. Let's see. Now, keeping on Nintendo news too. The same person that predicted Devil's Third on the Wii U claimed that and like the Pokemon's like the re-releases are going to be. It's saying that the Nintendo's working on a remastered title. Not only that, he's saying that the schedule for 2015 is that Nintendo will supposedly have one game release per month.
Is that one release per month on the Wii U or one per month on anything like the DS as well?
The rumor never was specified for that, so I don't know, man. I mean, if Nintendo releases a game per month, that's kind of a lot of games.
Well, it'll help their sales for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So also, the Wii U lost another chance at a game. They are not getting the crew.
Yeah. The crew had talked about it. A representative for Ubisoft said they wanted to focus solely on the platform closest to the new gen's technical infrastructure when deciding to which platforms to port it. So it skipped the 360 too. No, it's actually still going to be on the 360, and it's not going to be on the PS3 or the Wii U. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, you know what? That game was supposed to come out a while ago.
Yeah.
They've kind of, I guess, dragged their feet on that. I also didn't really see it as a Wii U kind of game. I always felt like it was going to be like an Xbox and a PlayStation game. So
yeah,
maybe it's a good thing.
Who knows? Before we talk into Smash, I did want to have a follow-up for Mario Kart 8. Now, this is an image type of thing, so you definitely got to look at this image that's in the description and see what we're talking about. Because the hackers that we've followed, Mr. Bean and his brother Chatters, have found something interesting in the Mario Kart 8 while hacking it and going around. Because they haven't done a lot lately. They did like the texture hacking, and that was it. They did it. They did a lot of things in this thing, and then they were like, okay, we're done. Well, not they're done. They're probably doing some behind-the-scenes stuff, like looking at unused things in the game. Now, they had some unused cup icons that they found, and there's no description under them. They're just kind of like, you know how the icons are, the mushroom for the mushroom cup, the flower cup, it has a fire flower and such and all that. Now, this thing right here, they found like the Yoshi egg.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah, the shine from Mario Sunshine, the big Boo cup, I guess, I don't know, and then the blue shell one. So no one knows if it was like a beta thing or maybe it's going to be saved for DLC later. But it's kind of interesting that these cups were in the game and then taken out for some strange reason, you know?
Yeah.
All right, now it's Smash Bros time.
Yeah, this is part that I've been waiting for.
Yeah, now
and you probably have been waiting for this too.
Yeah, secretly. Now, Sakurai started funny this week with his pictures or posts of the day. Troll. He is. Now, he started off the week with a picture of two Miis in the masks. Now, one of them was the Meta Knight mask, which was funny enough, but this is the picture. This is the quote. He's like, "Hello, I'm Samus, the intergalactic bounty hunter, and I am Meta Knight joining the battle." And
and people thought that Meta Knight was getting shafted because of this.
Yeah, now here's the thing too. A lot of people just were like, "Oh my God, Meta Knight that's not confirmed, and he's the next Crom, and he got cut from the game, and next time." And
what I think is really funny about this is that no one batted an eye that you can put masks on the Mii fighters.
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool.
Everyone was so outraged that Meta Knight was getting shafted that they didn't even realize that you could put masks on the Mii fighters.
Yeah, like how do you... That's pretty cool that you have a Samus mask and a Meta Knight mask. Who knows if this is going to be a Mario mask or a Mega Man helmet. Yeah. You know, I think people missed the point.
Yeah, people missed the point. But like, you know, then it said, I'm Meta Knight joining the battle. People were like, oh, is this the only way you can play Meta Knight as a Mii fighter? Blah, blah, blah. Like, they were getting angry at this. And then, well, what do you know?
A couple of days later?
No, actually, like the next morning.
No, it was like it was like 2 mornings after. It was Wednesday morning. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I thought it was the next morning.
No, it was Wednesday
morning. Whatever. A couple days later, guess who's actually confirmed?
Meta Knight. Yeah, it was funny because then...
I love the way that the Brawl announcer says Meta Knight. He's like,
Meta Knight.
Meta Knight.
Yeah, we're great
awesome.
impersonators of
I'm
the
awesome.
Meta Knight.
I'm the best. But no, so Meta Knight's confirmed.
Yeah,
and
which was great because then
the
Sakurai
SS
Sakurai
broken tier character.
from Brawl, yes.
Yeah.
Where's a quote from there? Because that quote was kind of like it was along the lines of basically, this guy, this guy heard a rumor that there was somebody impersonating him, so there he is, Meta Knight, And of course, he's like the tier, like he's the highest like tier ever. He's been nerfed, I guess you can say.
He's been nerfed. It's the overall glide nerf. Charizard's not gonna have a glide anymore.
Neither
Pit's
will
not
Pit.
gonna have a glide anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they also said that Meta Knight won't have a glide anymore. So your up B won't. He does the jab and then the gliding thing. He's not gonna have that anymore.
Yeah, and also the attack. Let me see. The glide is gone, and this is the up B move. The glide is gone, and the attack slashes the opponent twice while spinning in a large loop. This has turned into a highly technical and offensive move. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a nerf to him. I still think it doesn't really affect his brokenness.
Yeah,
you need to change a lot of Meta Knight to change his brokenness.
Now, the crazy thing, too, is the fact that the same day they announced Meta Knight, they talked about a lot of the modes in the 3DS version, which is like, whoa, okay. Like, like the solo classic mode is going to be in 3DS.
Which I like.
Which, the players can choose different paths. So you're not just playing the game and it's like, versus, Yoshi
versus
team.
Metal Mario. Okay, cool, whatever.
Versus Team Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that sounds annoying.
It's not those anymore. So basically you can go on a path and you have a CPU waiting to fight you in whatever path you choose. There are different kinds of matches, including one-on-one fights, team battles with both CPU players aiding and attacking you, matches where you must defeat opponents one after another in groups or even more. Now, you'll get a reward every time you win a match. And besides trophies and gold, which is good, you get the gold. That's where you get the coins.
Yeah,
finally.
I told you guys. I told you last time. I was like, I hope this coin is going to be, easily accessible, which by judging by the screenshots on these numbers, they seem to be pretty high, so I'm assuming these Smash coins are going to be easily accumulated, and that means buying all these exclusive trophies won't be such a bad thing.
Well, here's the thing. Not only are you going to be trophies and gold, you could receive custom parts. And now here's the thing, too. Fighter balance and intensity levels can be adjusted before starting a game, where you can use the goal to adjust the intensity level. The higher the intensity, the stronger the opponents will be, and the greater the player's reward will be when it's victorious. So it's not like you start the game like in the classic mode and you put like, easy, very easy, medium out. No, you pick that difficulty right before you fight. So that seems kind of interesting. That changes the game a lot.
Yeah.
Now, Stadium mode is one of the bigger differences where people have called one of the modes like a Angry Birds ripoff, which is like, whoa, okay.
Well, they got rid of my favorite. I always liked the target smash, although I didn't like the target smashing in Brawl.
Yeah.
Because it was boring.
Yeah.
I liked the one from Melee where everyone had their own unique course that you had to fight.
Yeah.
Which that was really cool, and they did that in Nintendo 64 too. But the one from Brawl, I didn't like it.
Now
it was just one. It was 5 courses, and depending on the difficulty, and it just wasn't fun.
Yeah. Now, speaking of 64 for a little bit, I've noticed this myself, and a lot of people have been saying it too, that people might be talking a lot of like this Smash is almost like Brawl or whatnot. But a lot of people have been saying that this Smash, especially the 3DS version or even the Wii U version, is a lot more closer to the 64 version than Brawl, which I think is a lot more interesting. I don't know if that's more acceptable to fans. I think people still want a Melee 2.0, but I think making it closer to 64 is a little bit better than making it closer to Brawl, in all honesty.
I don't see how it's close to 64 at all.
I think some of the not the canceling, but like I don't know. I know there's some people who say, like, I forget like real technical things and it slips my mind, but I know a lot of people are saying that 64, it's closer to the 64 so than
cool.
Than anything.
I'll have to look into it, I guess, but yeah, no, we were talking about the Angry Birds mode.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. It's a multi-man smash, which has been, a staple for a while. The home run contest and target blast, which target blast, you have to have a bomb explode in 10 seconds after being hit. And you have to launch the bomb to destroy the blocks and targets to score points. Getting a score depends on launching a bomb to areas rich with targets, getting the time of the explosion right, and using the explosive blocks around the stage to maximum effect. So that's mostly some of the newer modes, and that was a surprise that they actually talked about this already. I mean,
I think it's interesting. I always like new modes, So an opportunity, I'll play it like 5 times, be like, okay, it's stupid, or okay, it's cool, let me try it one more time. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't see myself like living on that mode or anything. I like to fight.
No, yeah, that's true. Like, why not? I don't know. I might be one of those ones that play the game first and then go online real quick just to see how good people think they are.
I'm gonna unlock my characters first.
Yeah,
like
that's
if there's not a character I'm comfortable with, I'm not gonna go online with like Mario. Like, oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna unlock a character I want to play with, Ness, but or Falco, and then play. Which neither of those are confirmed.
And that's the thing. At this point right now, the roster for Smash Bros Wii U and 3DS is bigger than Brawl. And that one had the biggest one. So now, I mean, people are expecting at least 8 more characters, whether and at least some of them will be a new one, at least.
I think there's going to be one more new character.
Yeah.
And then I think there's going to be the rest are going to be veteran returning.
Falco, Jiggly, Nats.
Game & Watch.
Game & Watch. Oh, I really want that game. I really want that Game & Watch, though, man. Now,
Game & Watch is your thing.
Yeah, I know. That's my thing, man. Now, last week, actually, because we normally record the show like before, like some other things happen on Friday. But this stage that was shown for the 3DS is kind of cool. The Game Boy stage.
It reminds me a lot of Flat Zone.
Yeah.
I hated Flat Zone.
But I don't know. It's a Game Boy. Damn it.
It's a Game Boy, which is cool, but it's Flat Zone, which is suck. So.
No, it was funny because when Sakurai had posted the thing, he just put "budding." That was it. That was the image that followed it. You know, that was pretty awesome. Cool. Now, something that was announced during Gamescom, I believe, at least at the same time, or at least the same day that Meta Knight came. I don't know when the hell. Everything just kind of happened. It was like Meta Knight, and then it was like a snowball of everything. There's gonna be, of course, and we talked about it a little bit early in the show, the Smash Bros 3DS XL.
Yeah, no, it looks really nice.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't
if they made I like the red. It's a red DS with the Smash character, with the main Smash characters in a white outline.
Yeah, white and black outline.
Yeah, it's white. You know, I think it looks pretty cool.
It could have been better.
It could have been better. Yes, I actually would have what I would have wanted for a Smash 3DS, which they could still do.
The Smash logo.
Yeah, just the Smash logo. A black 3DS with the white Smash logo.
That'd be awesome.
That would be nice. I think that'd be. It's very simple, but it's very nice.
Now, that you would have to assume that they're gonna have the 3DS one. I mean, we always guessed there would be a bundle at least, but if there's gonna be a custom made Wii U with for Smash, that would be amazing.
Well,
dude.
the other thing too is this is an European exclusive.
No, this is it European?
No, yeah,
that's right. This is
a European exclusive. That's why I'm hoping that if they have a North American one.
No, normally it is, because that happened with the Zelda 3DS XL, where they showed it in Europe first and then they announced it for the US later, and they did that also I believe with the Wii U one too. I think Europe was getting it first and then here. So I mean, most likely it's gonna happen. I mean, come on now, you got to make some money off 3DS. Come on now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like it, but I think it could be better. Like I said, I would have rather just had a Smash logo.
Yeah, or something. Like I do like the 3DS Zelda one. That was awesome. The gold and black.
Oh yeah, no, that was beautiful.
That was just amazing.
And that's exactly what it was. It was a gold top with a black bottom.
Yeah.
And it was just the Triforce.
Yeah.
Like it's so simple yet so beautiful.
Yep.
So.
Now, continuing on to the Smash and not Smash, but more Nintendo stuff, Pokemon stuff.
Oh yes, Pokemon stuff.
There's been a lot of
Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
So this happened, like we recorded, and then literally after we were done recording, they came out with the Mega Salamence, the Mega Altaria, and the Mega Lopunny video, which also has the cosplay Pikachus getting their new moves.
Yeah.
There was also some other stuff in that video too. I don't remember. Oh right, the shiny Beldum, which has the Metagrossite.
There we go.
Which is gonna be like the Torchic event for X and Y. This is all for Ruby Sapphire, whatever. But no, the Mega Salamence looks really cool. At first, I thought it looked dumb because his arms were like, I thought he didn't have arms.
Yeah.
But if you find out that when he Mega Evolves, he just tucks them inside. So he does have them. It just, he tucks them away.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Makes him look more aerodynamic since he's supposed to be. I guess it makes him look like more of a flying type than the dragon, I guess. But he gets the ability Aerialate, which makes it so normal moves are flying stab, which for competitive is awesome. So, that makes double edge basically stab, which would be fucking amazing. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying.
But then Altaria gets Pixelate, which actually becomes Dragon Fairy, which is so cool. I think that's an amazing typing because you're immune to other dragon, which is a weakness of dragon. So you lose basically one of your main weaknesses. That's so good.
Yeah.
So and it gets the ability Pixelate, which is like Aerialate except for fairies. Yeah, normal moves get fairy stab.
I would think it'd be pixelated. Ha ha ha.
No, it's really cool.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not too into it. So I think, like I said, I think X and Y would probably be my last Pokemon. I don't think I'm gonna join onto the.
Well, you're
the
whack.
reset.
And then Mega Lopunny. It doesn't look any different. And then it looks a little different. I think Lopunny's stupid. So it gets the ability Scrappy, which is cool because it makes normal moves hit ghost types, but. Yeah.
But now remember this too. There was Mega Slowbro and Mega Audino that were accidentally leaked by a
They
Korean...
were accidentally leaked by the official Korean
Nintendo,
Pokemon site.
yeah.
No, official Korean Pokemon site.
Oh, okay.
And then they were like, "Oh crap," and took it down. But no, it was too late. People already got the look.
Yeah.
Which Slowbro looks like he's been consumed by his tail.
Yeah, or his shell.
The shell on his tail. And
Yeah.
he just looks dumb and unhappy. I think it's dumb. He looks like a Beyblade. He's retarded.
He's a slow bro.
He looks like a Beyblade.
Yeah.
And then you have Mega Audino, which actually, interesting enough, is the first word we're getting of a 5th generation Mega, which is kind of interesting, but Audino's kind of useless. So, and it also has, I think they both have two of like the worst abilities. They were like confirmed to have, Slowbro was going to have shell armor, which was dumb. It just blocks critical hits. Who cares? Actually, when you get crit, you get fucking mad, angry.
Yeah.
And then Audino has healer, which is the dumbest. So, they're both useless still. I think Slowbro is gonna have upped defenses, which is gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. Because of the shell.
He's just gonna be a massive tank. So you can switch him in on super effective hits and still not
It's
really
super
take damage.
effective. I'm sorry, I always have to do that every time.
Yeah, no, I think competitively, I said super Slowbro. Mega Slowbro will be viable. I just think he's dumb. And Mega Audino just will never be viable because Audino's not viable.
Yeah.
Audino's dumb. It's a fucking rare candy. That's what Audino is.
Now, we're going on to PC news now. Look at that. We got a separate...
Master Race.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid is going to be coming to PC. Boom. How about that shit?
Cool.
Yeah. So that should be coming. I don't know when, but it's coming. Valve is going to be possibly adding film and TV series and more to Steam. Now, I remember when they introduced music onto it. Like almost made it kind of an iTunes an organization, but not as like an iTunes type of store. But just the fact that somebody was looking through the code and then found that like an update where it's like film, TV series, video plugin, and music. That's it's kind of interesting through Steam. I don't know. Steam's gonna be like this whole big thing. I mean, they are gonna have those Steam OSs and the Steam PC and whatnot. But I don't know, man. That game is I mean that whole thing's looking pretty good.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to say.
Yeah. BioWare is going to have a new RPG called Shadow Realms. It's going to be released for PC. Looks
cool.
Yeah, I know Steve had seen a little bit of the video. I think it looks amazing, though, the concept art itself. But I don't know. I hope the final product in itself looks amazing. I mean, it's going to be on a PC, so of course.
Bill, it's Master Race. We should make a counter for how many times I say PC Master Race. But cross your fingers. Hope it's good.
Yeah. Now, other PC stuff. This game looks pretty cool. We're going to put a video of it called Lethal League. It's a Flash game that was originally for browsers, now coming for Steam, releasing August 27th. It's basically a game that you can't even touch each other, because if you did, it doesn't matter. It's a fighting game, but you're basically playing with the ball that you have to hit the other person with, and you have to knock it around and down angles in order to catch somebody with it.
I just watched this for the first time, and I think it looks really awesome.
Yeah.
So I would give it a try.
Definitely. I don't know. I mean, it's $14. I think that is going for. Not even like $15. Like, I think it's like $13.99. So it's just kind of strange, but all right. Now, we never talked about this, but I thought it'd be good mentioning it. There's a Dragon Ball Z character that had come out for the new fighting game for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Now, or Xenoverse, I don't know how you say that, but there was this character that they showed in one image, and people were confused of it. It's like, oh my gosh, is it Trunks? Is it like this some sort of other person? This is a new character? No, it's you. You can make your own.
It's a customized character.
Yeah, you can make your own customized character in this new game. Yeah, have fun with that.
I've never been a fan of customizing characters in fighting games.
Why not?
I don't know. I just think that they're basically copycats of all the other characters put together. It's just not fun. Like Mortal Kombat Armageddon did that, and I just made my character a combination of, because basically that's what you have to choose from. Your fighting style, like choose like whose fighting style you're gonna choose off of. I'm gonna choose the fighting style of that guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose his weapon style, and I'm just gonna add a bunch of random special moves from every character put together. Nice. Flaming kicks, cool. Scorpion hooks, awesome. Sub-Zero freeze, why not? So it's basically like, okay, dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I did like it in the WWF games or the WWE games.
Those are funny, though.
Those are great.
Those are funny.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is a real fighting game? I don't know. Like, I don't see character customization in, like, Street Fighter. I mean, even though there's going to be technically character customization in Smash Bros., not even that, like, player movesets and...
Well, thing about... The only...
And the Mii's.
Yeah, the Mii's are the only... there's actually... You're right. There is the customization. But it's like... There's a track to follow with it. You can only customize it a certain way. So it's not really that big a deal. Plus, I'm not gonna play with those on.
I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I don't care.
Well, not when I'm playing with you.
Now, Mortal Kombat X. Talking about that, we did talk about. Funny enough, like Kano being leaked, and now it's officially released that Kano is in the game.
Yes.
So the storyline itself is gonna be it's gonna be after Mortal Kombat 9. And there are periods of like 5, 10, and 15 years out. A lot of events take 25 years as we see older versions of the characters like Cassie Cage and all that, which I didn't know to be Cassie Cage. Let's see. The story mode is going to be a basis for what events unfold in a new installment. So the story mode is actually going to be a kind of an evolving type of thing. So that's pretty cool. And this is coming from the guy who's working on Mortal Kombat. The actual
Ed Boon.
Yeah, Ed Boon, man. And of course, Kano was announced. Some of the features that are already coming along with the game. 25 years is just kind of a crazy thing to kind of like cover in a fighting game. Like, I don't know, you don't really have much of a storyline, but I guess they're going all out with the Mortal Kombat X.
Which actually, I watched the video on Kano because they released a trailer showing him. He has 3 different fighting types.
Styles, yes,
three
that's
different
correct.
Styles, which you choose your style before you even play the game, which means you can't switch between the 3. You choose one, and that's the one you play with. There's one that's more like combo based, one that's more grab based, and one that's more like special based or something. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like you should be able to decide. I don't know. I don't like that.
But you know what, though, too? Boone was also talking about how they're going to be introducing more characters. There's probably going to be more introductions of new characters in any other Mortal Kombat game that's ever come out before. So you're not going to get the same old, whatever. You're going to be getting a ton of new characters. So, but he did say that if your favorite doesn't make it, he would expand the roster with DLC post launch.
Mortal Kombat does that though. So I'm not.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. Just put everybody into one game if you're going to do that. Make the one mega game that you want to.
Yeah, or you can wait for all the DLC to come out.
And then buy
wait 2 years and then buy the collector's edition
with everything
in it for
right.
like $10.
You're right. Yeah.
So. That's what Mortal Kombat does.
Going back to PCs real quick, though, Capcom saying it's going to be fixing the Ultra Street Fighter 4's PC multiplayer because apparently the game is not playable online. And I guess it's only because Capcom decided to bail on the on Microsoft's games for Windows Live. And they were like, nah, let's go on Steam because Steam's awesome. And apparently Steam was not awesome and not prepared for this. I don't know if it's not prepared, but it just did not handle Street Fighter 4 at all. Like, full screen doesn't work, which is kind of important, if you want to go full screen. Not only that, online mode is just unplayable to a lot of players. People are getting an unplayable lag. No matter how close the person is to the house, the game starts getting jittery. And it's just, from everybody's perspective, it's just bad. And not only that, someone had broken down, I believe it was on Reddit, how the net code is just bugged on this Ultra Street Fighter 4, and they're gonna try to fix this as soon as they can. So,
Well, I don't play Street Fighter 4.
yeah,
I mean, it sucks for those of you that do, and if you're lagging, we all deal with lag.
and that's the thing. A lot of the pros are actually prefer playing this game on PC more so than anything else. I don't know if it's because of the mods or different more skin colors or whatnot, or customization, or just the fact that you can have the highest end PC and graphics card to make it look smoother and play your stick on that way versus the console games. I don't know, but there's
Maybe.
a preference. There's a preference with a lot of these guys that want to play on PC versus the console. So I don't know. Maybe the future of fighting games is gonna be happening on PC. Ooh.
PC Master Race.
Yeah, the next Evo is gonna be all PCs. Imagine that.
I doubt that.
One day, you never know. Hey, last year it was Sony, all Sony consoles. This year it was all Xbox consoles. So you never know, man. Except for, of course, like Killer
Smash.
Instinct and Smash. Yeah, just imagine that. Like, yeah, it's all Xboxes. But what about Smash? Well, Smash is gonna be on the Xbox now,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta just bring your own Wii U, whatever. Okay.
Now, funny enough, still sticking with PC, someone discovered that the GameCube's Pikmin, like the first one, Pikmin, whatever. I always think it's Pokemon for some reason. Like, somebody found out that the GameCube version of Pikmin could run in Windows. Now, basically, it's like a debug, and you have to do a little bit of mods to it. But you can get the debugging mode on a PC. Running the GameCube disc and your PC. So that's kind of interesting with Pikmin. And apparently it could work for a lot of other games too. For some reason, Nintendo felt, I don't know, that they could do debugging better on Windows than on the GameCube. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of the conclusion that a lot of people are coming up with. But it seems kind of interesting that they did that, and it still left it in the game. I don't know,
I
man.
have to try these out.
Yeah, definitely. Get a GameCube game and put it in your PC, see what happens.
Melee. Let's do it.
Melee. Now there's another mod. Well, we're gonna end this. We're gonna end this show on mods. Another mod that's coming out where a mod is gonna be bringing League of Legends to Dota too. Which I know that's it's interesting, especially for you, sir.
Well, it's going to be reskinning all the Dota characters to League characters. I think someone was doing the opposite, the vice versa with that
With
too,
Dota to
where they were
LOL.
where they were skinning Dota characters onto League of Legends stuff.
They're going to be imported 1-to-1, not just the 3D models, but the traits and specs as well.
Huh.
So that's actually a little more interesting than just a reskinning.
Huh.
And then another one of my favorite things, and I actually saw, out of all people, I didn't know he still does stuff, Proton John streaming it. That's a shout out to Proton John. If you don't know, just search his videos on YouTube. He has some funny ass stuff, man. Yeah. There's a Waluigi mod in the Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is amazing.
Oh God.
It is amazing.
Waluigi.
Yeah, dude, I saw him playing it, and I was like, dude, this is great. Like, I saw the actual mod, and I saw the GIF and everything, and it was funny as hell, man. I thought it was great. I got to show you this.
That's funny though. Waluigi. Any kind of Waluigi mod is funny as hell.
Yeah, remember the Waluigi Smash mod where he hits like has huge muscles and he's shirtless and he has like Captain Falcon's moveset? Like, it was just so random and dumb.
I once saw. Since we're on the topic of mods, I once saw a mod for Skyrim that was yo, what? That's ridiculous. He just looks again and like, what? What? I once saw, since we're on the topic of mods, I once saw a mod for Skyrim that turned all the dragons into Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes, that was awesome. I love that.
And the dragons
one.
would land, like, oh yeah! I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. Where do I get this?
I don't know. Another mod though for Project M, which I liked, besides like the Final Destination from Smash 4 in it, which I think is amazing. I love this mod where it has Mewtwo's sounds going whoop whoop, because everybody always makes a joke of the whoop.
Yeah.
Whoop. So now actually somebody put the sound whoop into the game.
I found one too that had a Captain Falcon, a Blaziken skin for Captain Falcon.
Blaziken? Really?
Yeah, Blaziken, the Pokemon.
Wow.
So it was like, but it still had Captain Falcon noises. So it was like, Falcon punch. It was like a Blaziken punching you.
See,
like,
that's
cool.
the thing, going back to this Waluigi mod. I just really wish it had his voice in it, and it doesn't. Like, come on, how do you not have the, like, it doesn't
You're right.
sound right.
Ganon shows up behind you. You're like, wah!
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be amazing.
And one last thing, because we forgot about it, and we definitely have to talk about it. The Pokemon Center.
We always forget this thing. Which when we mentioned the what the fuck the thing is, stupid butterfly moth thing
that people love collecting.
The Pokeball pattern Vivillon.
Yeah.
Vivillon.
Yeah.
I'm a Pokemon fan. I still can't name this fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's because of the Pokemon Center, the U.S. Pokemon Center online thing, which I actually went to check it out, and it's like still mad basic.
Well, it just started. Well, here's the thing: the store sells apparel, plush toys, accessories, and anything from Pokemon.
It's mad basic.
Yeah, and you could get you can get phone cases for the iPhone 5S and a 5,
but not the 5C.
and the Pavilion, of course, that's where it came from. And yeah, this store was teased to open. It's now open, and it's ready for anybody to buy anything off of at the store online.
Anything is a stretch word.
Yeah.
There's like 5 plushes. There's like 1 hat, like 2 T-shirts.
Well,
they're working on it. I know.
I think
I'm just saying.
I think there's a goal of getting a lot. Because remember, I think they're also basing this off of what the Pokemon World Store used to be before it turned into the Nintendo World Store in the city, where it basically was all. Well, actually, it was a Pokemon Center store, and now it's just it might as well just be that. Just have all the dolls. I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon dolls in the Nintendo World anyway. Like, there's a ton. Like, I was like, oh, these are kind of interesting to own if I was still a Pokemon fan, but no. It's I don't know. It's going to be a lot of content though. In all honesty, it's going to be pretty sweet, I guess. So there you go. There's our show.
No, well, that's the way. That's the show.
Yeah, that's
check it for part 2.
Yeah, we talks about stuffs. All right.
Talks about what are we talking about? The
free to play,
pay to win kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is an awful thing that we hate, and we're going to talk about it. Damn it.
Who?
Us.
Who's us?
The Two Broke Gamers and the Two Broke Gamers podcast.
You say we hate it?
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out. You have to find out too.
Yeah, and if you want to, you can follow us on Twitter, damn it. The number 2 Broke Gamers podcast. Not the number 2, but we're actually 2 Broke Gamers pod. Excuse me, yeah.
2 Broke Gamers pod on Twitter.
2 Broke Gamers .wordpress. Excuse me, 2 Broke Gamers podcast.wordpress.com for our blog that we will update at some point in our lives.
Yeah, we're busy. We're busy people.
Yes.
So when we get time.
Yeah.
You can follow us individually on Twitter. I'm Steve B. Agilism.
And
Agilism. I could spell it's the made up word, okay?
I always cut you off at that. I don't know why the hell I do that. And I'm at Te_Rick, Te_Rickworth. That's misspelled TEH_Rick. And we'll see you in the next segment.
Yeah.